Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Alright, if y'all watch my unbox and my follow-up video or unbox and post-build video, this is the all-new Flex Aviator. I just got it, actually drove over to Venice, Florida and picked it up. And be the first flight on it, maiden flight. I'm going to be taking off. It has two different modes. It has your stock mode, which is beginner, self-leveling, advanced, and then more advanced, very aggressive aerobatic. And then you can go to your normal experience mode, which is what the normal Flex planes come in. And it's got your sport mode, slow speed or high speed 3D, and then a slow speed 3D. So we're going to take off this first couple of flights. We're going to be doing it in the self-leveling, and then their advanced, and then their sport mode that's in their first part of flight mode, the first section. I'll show you how to change to the second flight mode, then we'll show you what it flies like in the other profile. It's got two different profiles, but they all share the same switch. I also have crow enabled. Crow is what? No okay. Crow here. It flew away. Timer set for 5 minutes. We're going to try the self-leveling feature first. It does have a launch assist, and as I get to know the plane, I may try that first, but right now we're dealing with the cross breeze and everything, and I just want to get I want to fly the plane. Then I'll get more. There's going to be a lot of videos on this because this thing has tons of features. They seem intimidating at first, but they're really not. You just got to follow the book exactly as it says. I've never flown it. This is the self-leveling profile, or self-leveling flight mode of the stock profile. Okay. All right. Timer set for 5 minutes. Starting the party. And I'm running a 2.65 6S Turnigy with a, I think it's got a 40 or 45C discharge. Right, left, okay, right, left, up, down, right. All right, it does have flaps, it's got crow, and it's got all kinds of stuff, so that's crow. No crow here. All right, flew away. All right, we're going to take off, no flaps, just the way it is. A little nervous because never flown this plane before. Oh, that big old rudder is going to catch that wind. Yeah. I don't like self-leveling. All right, but that just shows you a new person. Landing flaps. Flaps up. Could fly the plane, take off and land with their version of safe. It's the Aurora 8's version of safe. Okay, let me get turned around a little too high. Yeah, as far as it's going to let me bank. I can't bank any harder than that. I wish we had some clouds today. Man, I wish we had some clouds. It's got plain blue sky though. So it makes filming very hard. Because it doesn't give you depth. It doesn't give you anything in the background to compare it against. All right, taken off and landed in their version of self-leveling or safe. Mode 2, advanced or sport. Okay, now I'm going to flight mode 2 in the stock profile. Now I have self-leveling. Don't have self-leveling. Now this one you still don't have full live wing as of yet. Crow works. No crow here. It flew away. All right, turn crow off. Now this is the second setting of the stock flight mode. You do not have live wing, just ailerons. Yeah, plenty of, definitely not self-leveling. Landing flaps. But the gyro is a little more aggressive in this one. Whoa. All right, what's that? 3 landings for the price of 1? Okay, just get turned around. All right, now.
Flight mode 3 advanced or slow speed 3D.
Okay, now this is the most advanced settings in the stock profile. Full live wing, the whole shamil. All right.
Crow is working here.
We'll put crow on. Well, no, we'll take off and land without crow. And this is the maiden flight, folks.
Remaining 3 minutes.
I've never flown this plane in my life. And it's an absolute blast. Wow. Man, I wish I had some clouds. All right. Go ahead and use the flaps. Remember, all you're responsible for is trimming. And this plane has needed no trim whatsoever. Doesn't need any trim at all. Okay.
Flaps up.
All right, now we're gonna put the crow on.
Is working here.
Now the nice thing about crow, all right, look, with no gas, crow's full deflection. As I give it more fuel or more gas, the crow works proportional with your throttle. Okay. And that's why when I got crow, I don't even use flaps. But as you slow down, that crow comes out and slows you down. All right, take the crow off now.
No crow here. It flew away.
All right, let's go have some fun.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
First time ever flying this plane, folks. And I feel that comfortable with it already. It does need a little bit of up trim. I say it didn't need any trim at all, but it does need a little bit of up trim. Not bad. You know that, I'm gonna move that battery. I think I'll move that battery back a little bit, actually. But these are the things you do with a Maiden. Amazing plane. Absolutely amazing plane. All right, still got a minute. I want to move that battery back just a touch. Take my trim back out of that elevator. Put that back at 0. And I'm going to just move that battery back just a touch.
Motor is silent and nice.
Remember, this is a 6S plane. Got a very, very powerful motor right here, dual sky motor, and it has no problem dismembering part of your body if you get too close when that prop goes. All right, there we go. Tongue and groove on the latch. Okay. You do have a feature, you can turn the gyro off, or you could use crow. I chose crow.
Motor is hot and will bite the bag.
Probably should have checked the battery while I was there, but that's okay. All right. Try this now. See how I like this. Very light plane.
Time remaining 1 minute.
No. Still needs up elevator, but not too bad.
Seconds.
Oh, that's perfect right there.
20 seconds.
All right, let me land it.
10. Landing flaps. Greg, land that Aviator right now. Flaps up.
I tell you what, I love this plane. All right.
Motor is silent and nice.
Rates on the plane are real simple. There aren't any. Throws on the plane are real simple. There aren't any. You have no control over that. I'll say it like I said in the unboxed build. I said it in the Mamba. I said it in the big RV8. You only are responsible for trim. That's all you do. Everything else is handled by the Aura 8 system. Okay, you do not do anything. That's all there is to it. All you're going to do is trim it out, set your timer, fly, have fun. Put in what flight mode you want. I've got crow.
No crow
Okay.
here. It flew away.
I've got the
Flight mode 1.
beginner mode,
Forward.
self-leveling, like safe and other stuff. I've got a little bit more of an aggressive, more of an intermediate. And then I've got the advanced, which I just got through flying in. All right. Now, we're going to do another flight here in just a moment. Okay. And in that flight, before we fly, I'm going to show you how to take it out of this profile, the stock profile, and how to put it into the expert profile, which is the real aerobatic stuff. Okay? We'll be right back. Stay tuned. God bless y'all. And Gabriel, thank you for filming. We'll be right back.
Motor is silent.
All right, we're continuing on with the Aviator. I didn't check the battery from that last flight, and we had 54% left after flying the full 5 minutes. And that's a 2.65 Turnigy Nanotech 6S with a 45 to 90C discharge. Now, to show you something, let me reset my timer here.
Starting the party over.
Okay, now,
Flight mode 1.
to prove to you, because you can't put these profiles on separate switches. You have to put them on the same switch, same flight mode switch. Okay, you follow the instructions. To prove to you that I'm in the stock profile, which has the self-leveling. Okay, look at that elevator. Look at those controls. They're holding their positions, right? Okay, now, and that is on this, my switch, all the way down. That's my position for safe. Okay, to change this, okay, to change your profile, you're going to come up to your plane, okay, you're going to unplug your plane, All right, now the instructions say to turn your transmitter off at this point. But with anybody has the IX know that they take 10 minutes to start up. So just take it and put it where your RF signal changes. I like to put it on wing type to where my RF signal goes away. Okay, that way it's not talking right now. You go back to your plane, okay, take your little lid here off because you want to look at that aura system. You're going to have a light come up, okay? You're going to plug your battery, plug your plane in. Yes, I know the transmitter is not plugged in. Okay, going to wait. There's a little blue light. It's going to flash, and then when it goes to solid, you're going to take your plane, set it like this. Hear that? You see those things changed? That was it shifting gears to the second profile. Unplug your plane now. Okay. Put your signal back on your transmitter. It's where your transmitter's now got the RF is working now. Okay. Put your hatch back on. It was very important that you unplug it after it did that. That way it recorded this profile. Go ahead and plug your plane back in. Get everything ready for flight. Okay. All right. Now, to show you the difference of the three, okay, how I know, number one, we're still in that down position that was safe, right? It's not, okay, there's nothing, it's just regular plane. That's their sport, that's considered their sport mode right there. This is the first setting of the traditional flex planes. The second one,
Flight mode 2 advanced or sport.
okay, is also,
Flight mode 1, safe.
the second one is your flight mode, is your very advanced, is slow speed 3D.
Flight mode 3 advanced or slow speed.
And then this, now, how I know for sure I'm in the advanced or the expert mode is if my elevator hits the ground. When it hits the ground, I know I'm there. Because it will only do that when I'm in this profile. All right, so we're gonna go back to sport. And this basically is now the maidening in this profile. Because you have two totally different profiles. So let's take it up and see how it flies this way. I have a 3400 SMC pack. Just their regular lipo packs.
Motor is hot and will bite you bad.
Okay. Timer set for 5 minutes in the sport mode. Crow still works. Okay. Now, like I say, you have to choose, do you want to turn the gyro off or do you want to have crow? I chose to have crow. Mainly because the only thing they say about the gyro turning off is if the Aurora system was to come unlodged in flight. Well, they've got the thing glued in and they got a Velcro strap holding it down. Okay, sport mode, expert profile. Don't really need flaps right now. This is your regular, just plain flying, just your regular cruising around, touch and go, that sort of flying. If you would have bought a flex plane a year ago, this would have been what they consider their beginner mode. Well, you can still do some stuff if you push it. You know, well, I wish we had clouds. Wing over is not a problem. The second time I've ever had it in the air, you just watched me have it in the air a while ago, and that was the first time ever. All right, put the crow in.
Crow is working here.
All right. Take crow off.
No crow here.
Now.
Flight mode to advanced or sport.
All right. Now, this is basically high-speed 3D, or the normal second setting on your traditional Flex Aura 8 planes. This is what I normally fly in when I fly the Mamba and I fly my big RV8. So I usually
Crow is working here.
have crow too. Turn
No
crow.
crow here. It flew away.
Great flying plane. Man, it's a fun plane. First time I've ever flown it. I mean, this is the second time I've ever had it in the air.
Crow is working here.
And I'm feeling this comfortable with it. You know what? Let's take it out and do some grass hops.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
A little touch and go there. A little walk in the dog there. No problem inverted. All right, let's see how the stall goes. All right, clean stall, just turn the motor off. Not touching sticks at all. Oh, I forgot about crow.
No crow here.
Okay, crow's off, sticks off. What's she do? All right, she just slumps forward.
1 minute.
All right, turn around, get her back into the wind again, and we'll try to hold up elevator, try to determine which wing is going to drop. All right, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator. Well, the wind's pushing her though. Maybe the right wing, but the wind is pushing her too from the north. Let's go into the wind then. Up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator. Up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator. Which way is she going to stall? All right, right wing. Let me do that again just to make sure. Into the wind. Up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator, up elevator. Right wing. See that right wing?
30 seconds.
All right. So we know if you get slow enough, as easy and forgiving as this plane is,
20 seconds.
if you get slow enough,
Crow is working here.
the right wing will drop on you.
10. Greg, land that Aviator right now. No crow here. It flew away. Landing flaps.
Remember, there's no mix that you do. There's no rates that you do. There's no throws that you do. You're only responsible for trimming. That's it. You're also responsible to try to land. That was lousy.
Flaps up.
Now I did not get the night version. My wind has pretty much died now. There we go.
Flaps up. Motor is silent and nice.
Okay. Check the battery real quick, but I want to show you just real quick to recap on how it is to change. This is the traditional expert profile that's in right now. Okay. Full 3D, the whole 9 yards right now. In fact, let me show you these throws. These monster throws. Okay. This is full 3D right now.
3 advanced or slow speed 3D.
Look at that. Okay. And
Flight mode 2 advanced or sport.
this is the way I normally fly. Not quite as aggressive. Still pretty aggressive. Okay.
Flight mode 1.
And
Sport.
that's your sport mode. Okay. Now, go back.
Flight mode 3 advanced or slow
Full
speed.
3D. Look at that. That elevator almost hits the ground, right? Okay. So what you do, we're going to go it over again. It's not hard. You don't need anything special. Let's go ahead and check that battery real quick. Prop throttle cut is on. Okay. So I still got 57% left, so we're going to go up again after I show you this. Okay. So you can set your time for 6 or 7 minutes. All right, I'm going to unplug the plane. Okay, it's unplugged. Okay. Come over here. And they say turn your transmitter off. Actually, all you do is just, for an IX transmitter, just take it and where the RF is turned off. I go to wing area or wing type, hit that. And that light goes out. I know that's no longer sending signal out, so essentially it's off. Okay, I'm going to come back to the plane. I'm going to take the hatch off. I'm going to wait. The Aurora is going to blink a blue. And then when it goes to red, I'm going to stand it on its nose. Okay, it went red. Stand it on its nose. See that? That's it, changing profiles. Unplug it now, okay? Put your transmitter back to normal signal. Or however way you have to do it to get your transmitter back talking again. Reset my timer.
Starting the party over.
Now, you don't have to do that, but I just did that. Habit. Put your hatch back on. Okay. Plug your plane in. For some reason, giving it power just seems to work so much better. Okay. Don't know why that is, but it is. Just so you know, I'm running a 3400 SMC HCL pack, just a regular 6S. Just a regular lipos. Okay, tongue and groove. Okay, if I can get that down in there. Okay, all right. Now, back to that. That was where the Extreme 3D was. See? Not anywhere near as aggressive. That's the most aggressive in the stock setup or stock profile. And here,
safe or sport.
self-leveling. See? Self-leveling's back. All right. Take it up.
Flight mode 3 advanced or
And the most
restricted.
advanced part of the stock profile
Motor is hot and will bite you back.
or the beginner profile. After that, we'll check CG and then we'll wrap it up. Remember, no rates, no throws, no flat mix. The Aurora 8 handles all that. All you do is worry about trim. Real quick, folks, look at the plane. Look at my hands. See? My hands? Plane's flying fine.
Landing flaps.
Now, in the stock profile, the gyro is a little more aggressive. Okay? A little more user beginner friendly. You don't have to stay on it quite as much.
Flaps up.
But you still have plenty of roll rate and fun. So until you get this bird to where you can just make it dance on its head and have no problem with it, I suggest the beginner profile or the stock profile.
Time remaining 4 minutes. Crew is working here.
And I definitely suggest putting on crow.
No crow. Crew is working here.
Yeah, not quite as responsive as it is in the expert profile. Knife edge all day long. Not a very good one.
No crow here. It flew away.
All right,
Landing flaps.
just gonna land with the traditional landing flaps now. Man, I wish we had clouds. I know I probably said it 5,000 times.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Out of curiosity, what kind of stole? This will be the configuration for stole. Yeah.
Flaps up.
What to take off in what? 4 feet, 3 feet, something like that.
Landing flaps.
That landing flaps, however way they got the mix, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Flex, y'all have done an excellent job with this plane.
Takeoff flaps.
You really have.
Flaps up. Landing flaps. Flaps up. Motor is silent and nice.
That's one heck of a plane. That is one heck of a plane. Flex, good job. Y'all did a great job. This thing is an absolute blast. And the camera's not going to do it justice, just how happy I am with this plane. This thing flies amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's intuitive. It's like when I flew the RV-8, the big one, for the first time. It's like it knew what I wanted it to do before I even knew what I wanted it to do. It's like a point and shoot plane. You point it, do it, and it does it. It's just, it floats, it flies, it's speed. It's just, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. It's $399 for this one. If you want the one that got the lights all through it, it's $449, so $399 or $439, I think is what it is. Unfortunately, you have to help them with a tariff, so you pay $40 tariff fee and then tax. So this plane here, I think out the door ran me $467, and worth every penny. Worth every penny. Worth driving to 2 hours to Fort Pierce or to Venice, Florida to pick it up, and absolutely I'm thrilled with it. Absolutely thrilled with it. Real quick, before we wrap this up, I'm going to go ahead and do my post-build things you need to look out for, and there really is not much to look out for. It's very, very simple. Make sure the screw that you put in to hold the bottom of the rudder, which is right in front of the wheel here, get to where it's tightened and you feel resistance in the rudder, and then go off half a turn so the rudder turns freely. Make sure when you're gluing your rudder sections together, the rudder to the fuse, don't make sure not get any of that epoxy in the hinges, okay? Because otherwise you'll have to be digging it out, and that's a problem. Make sure you put 3 millimeters of up elevator trim. 3 millimeters up elevator trim as your stock trim, okay? They specify that very clearly in the instructions. 3 millimeters of up trim is your trim rate. That's where you start at, okay? Use a little bit of Loctite when you're hooking up these control arms here on the metal part, not on the plastic part, just the metal part. And, well, on this plastic, okay? Just don't get it on the foam. Let's see what else. The hinges and everything is in good shape. Make sure that the strap that goes around the Aura 8 is nice and secure. Okay. Wheels slide right on. You use a little bit of Loctite on the grub screw. You put a stopper in the front and stopper on the outside, and that holds the wheel in place. Let's see what else. You get no extra screws with the kit, so if you got a screw left over somewhere, you got a screw loose or you missed a step. Prop was perfectly balanced, but you do need to calibrate the ESC. You do need to calibrate the ESC. In the connection of these wings, which is really, really cool, we'll go ahead, real quick, we'll check the battery real quick, or check the CG. CG on the plane is 77 to 85 millimeters back from the leading edge root. Okay, and that puts it right there. And as you can see, this kind of plane you want to be perfectly level, and that's, to me, that's perfectly level. Okay, now in order to get that perfectly level, show you where I got the battery. I'm so glad I'm feeling better. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I'm so sick of being sick. Sick of being sick. Okay, tongue and groove on the hatch. Okay, come here, Gabe, please. Check our battery after all that flying. Still got 40% left, and we flew for looks like almost 8 minutes. Okay. On the battery hatch, like I said, it's tongue and groove. You take it out like this, lift up, pull that out. Okay. The plane comes stock with an EC3. Okay, what happened to that bolt? There it is. Okay, there is no Velcro on the bottom of the battery strap, or the battery tray, so I added Velcro there. You want to make sure that this battery is in nice and tight and secure. That's why they gave those great big honking straps, and they fit around no problem. You're going to run anywhere from a 2200 up to a 3500 6S. You could use two 2200 3S and put them in series with each other if you so choose. Just remember you got an EC3 in there. Okay, just so you know. Okay, the other thing, the plane does have thrust reversing. It has that capability as far as there's only because I see the yellow wire coming off the ESC, so I'm assuming it does. I didn't, but I don't need it. I don't test it for anything. Maybe if you got the floats, you might want to use it. Kind of have to be a little picky with putting the tray back in. Sometimes it doesn't want to lock in just real well. So, yeah, I got a piece of that Velcro's. There you go. But you can tell when it locks in. Okay, now this is what I really want to show you. About these wings, how easy they are to disassemble. Okay, inside of here, oh yeah, this other thing I want to show you too. I was going to use a Spectrum serial receiver, but I couldn't get it to work. But this is a good news for you. If you just go to Motion RC and buy one of their Lemon RX satellites, and I plugged it into that port right there on the Aura system, bound it like I normally would, and it works just fine. Got the antennas 90 degrees from each other, nice long antennas, dual diversity. So it's like a $20 receiver, and that's all you need for this, okay? Because you just got to be able, and that's Spectrum protocol, so understand that. But to take these wings off for transport is so incredibly simple. All you do is you pull these tabs out and push up, wing slides off. Pull the tab out and push up, wing slide now. And then you unplug it here, and then to repeat the process to install it, put it in, make sure you got hooked up, that wing's on there. So that is how you do it. And you just take these wings off. Okay. How quickly it just disassembles at the field. And this nice big carbon fiber tube, just take it, you just kind of fish it back up in there, and it'll just lay right inside of there. Put your hatch back on, and your plane's ready for transport. Folks, that right there is the Flex Innovation Aviator. And I want to tell you right now, I'm happy with it. Very happy with it. It flies great. Obviously, it's going to transport great. It's not too big. It's not too small. Looks great in the air. And Gabriel, thank you for filming. Viewers, thank you for watching. God bless y'all. We'll catch you in the air next time. Bye, y'all.